Tonight's tactical enhancement is Monteith's Black Beer. Tonight we're playing Warhammer, the old world, 2,400 points, and we're playing Baggage Train. So the table is divided up a little differently. I can't deploy in that 1 foot area over there, and Sean cannot deploy in that 1 foot area over there. And we've thrown in baggage trains for additional objectives. They're worth 100 points captured and 50 points if destroyed.
250 destroyed.
250. Oh, well, I'll look at that again in a minute. And there's that one there, because we have the scenario books now, and we thought maybe we should start doing some. Now, so 2,500 points. And last game, Sean and I had a game where I took my Dwarfs, and Sean took my Dark Elves. And we decided we wanted to do something of a rematch.
Yes.
So Dwarfs versus Dark Elves again.
It's good. I thought it was slightly different. So I've got 2 Cold One Nights.
Yeah, okay.
No special banners. I've got a BSB on a Cold One Night.
Yeah, so the mage is dubbing as BSB.
Tonight.
Because I don't have anything else on a cold one.
But I'm using 1 unit of Shades.
There they are.
2 units of Scouting Dark Riders.
Yeah, so that'll be effective.
The imported Harpies from Sean's Emporium.
Did you bring even more?
No, just 8. I only have 8. They're metal.
I think it's cheating when you're using things I don't have in my army.
Oh, tough.
We're
using...
I'd claim a moral victory, but I know you don't give a fuck.
I don't care. We've got... And I've taken I've taken the Corsairs.
The Corsairs again,
and the repeater crossbow.
Yeah, I gave them a command group this time from the Corsairs.
Very good, sir. And I've got the two Hydras worked rather well last week.
They pretty much did the job for you last week.
And I thought, let's do the repeater bolt throws. You may not have brought miners this time because they were a bit dismal last 2 game.
Well, I didn't do my tactics properly to use the miners last game. That was the problem.
They just didn't turn up. And then we've got the general, pretty much the same. He's got a 4-up save. And he's
lovely cloak.
Halberd. I give him a halberd.
He's looking all windswept and mysterious with his back to us.
Yes. There's mistress on. Is it a man, or is it a woman, or is it a battle standard bearer?
It's an elf, you can't tell.
Find out, and you can't tell.
They were all like a stick to me.
It's Black Hawk. Supreme Sorceress, 4th level with Demonology.
So I got Elvira out instead of her Princess Leia dressed younger sister.
And that's 2,400 points. So it's 100 points less than last time.
Did we do 2? No,
we did 2 to 5. Yeah, we did. We did. That's why I went. Okay, that's fine.
Oh shit! I thought we did 2,400 last time.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's
all right.
Good to change up. There's less people from last match.
Well, there we go. If I'd had those extra points, maybe I would have taken my general as a lord this game. Right. So what am I doing? I've got 3 units of warriors. 2 of them with great weapons, and the other unit doesn't actually have them in the miniatures, so I'm just taking it as hand weapons. 10 shooters. Shields. I'm not sure if I've counted that properly in the points, but I'll look at that later. 11 iron breakers. Yes, and let's see, we've got 15 longbeards, 2 cannon and an organ gun. No flame cannon this time because it's fucking useless.
I agree.
Every time I've taken that thing, it's just not worked very well. Chopper. And the usual 3, as in a general, just taking a theme, because if you put a lord in there, they're massive point sink and people just avoid the fucking things. Standard bearer with the thing that gives +1 to all the units within command range. But I've got
nothing cheesy.
Some runes on the units with great weapons. One's the one that stops you getting charge bonuses, and the other one's the one that stops you from having your rank bonus when you charge. And I've thrown in for good measure the engineer, trying to make the guns behave. He's got a brace of pistols and 2 Thanes.
Yes, that's good.
Cheap ass Thanes. I've just got a great weapon. But I thought I had some points spare, which I may or may not actually have.
Can you take a Slayer?
No.
Oh, okay.
Now, Redbeard there has just got the hairstyle that I always imagined I had when I was younger.
He's got hair.
It's not quite right. Hey, who are you laughing at, buddy?
At least he's got hair. I agree.
I don't like to identify myself much, but I think so. I've got hair.
You have hair at least.
And I've given all of my Thanes a pistol. So I thought it had some points to burn, and I thought, why not have a pot shot on the way in?
You should have given one the Master Rune of Bursting. That would have upset people here.
I don't like that. Maybe it's because I've been on the receiving end. Maybe it's just because it's pure cheese. But
hang on, when I rolled it, I kept missing half the time. Remember that?
Well, in one game...
One game it did work.
No, actually 2 games it didn't work very well. In 1 or 2 games it just annihilated everything in front of it.
Might be a few things.
Anyway. Pitching ammonia aside, that's basically what I've got for my army. I've got a lot of melee on the foot in this one. A bit less cannon. And I've actually toned down the characters quite a bit. I've got a little bit of magic defense attached to the runesmith. But I've not upgraded the chopper. I've only got a couple of basic banners. I haven't taken runes on the cannons or anything. Just some basic runes to try and keep the key characters alive.
Yeah.
The odd ward save.
Yep.
That's it. So, right. We'll roll a dice to see who deploys first. Try and hit the table, Sean.
Hit the table?
Look, it's all the bloody way down here.
Yeah. Well, another dice.
Weird pinko
Clearly
thing.
one.
One. All right, there you go. And 1.
Well, you're going to lose now 4.
3. All right, I'll pop something down then, and then we'll check in after deployment. All right, we are now deployed. So I lost the deployment roll-off, and I set up things from the middle and then put them out to the side. So I set up a unit of 25 here. The cannons are all in the middle with a nice wide field of fire. And I've got units in the trees here, which is not great actually. But they won't be in the trees when it matters. So I've got my standard bearer in here with the Longbeards. Flanked on either side by big boys. General's over here at this unit. And I put my runesmith here because it's the closest position I could find to the enemy mage, and I'm going to need to do some rolls to try and dispel at some point. On this flank we've got this unit of 25, and we've got some handgunners here with shield ready to do something about that, lot to charge in. But we've also got iron breakers here. Now I didn't want to give Sean the opportunity to jump on my cannon, so he's ended up deploying his harpies over there, which is great. His other skirmishers are tucked away in here. So I've set up troops to screen my cannon at the start of the game. It's stupid for any reason except for screening against an overabundance of fast-moving skirmishing attack troops, getting an alpha strike on them.
You rolling 10s doesn't help.
There was rather a bit of that last game.
Shut
But you can see I've got a Thane in here, so even though it's only a unit of 12, that's a very useful Thane. We've got a Thane in here. No Thane in the handgunners, but every block of dedicated melee troops has a Thane. And of course that fella's there. He'll be challenging for the enemy to get to. Sean, meanwhile, he's put the monsters on the other side of the forest like I always do with dragons and whatnot. Infantry in the middle, a couple of repeat bolt throwers, all them shooters there.
The traditional column of seafarers.
That's right, they're going to run to us real quick.
Uh-huh.
Heavy cav on the flanks, on both flanks. So it looks like these ones are going to try and work in collaboration with the monsters. And then light cav here, which are going to be really frustrating, I imagine.
Yeah, you probably kill them.
Well, it's a 50-50 I reckon at this stage, because the shooters will fuck them up. But on the flip side, they are rather manoeuvrable.
But you have shields on your handgunners?
Yeah.
So you have 3 up save. That's a real...
It might be light armour actually, it might be 4 up save. We'll have to have a look at that.
Handgunners are heavy infantry with heavy armour, and they...
well, thank you for reminding me.
Well, I play dwarfs, so you know...
Yeah. Alright, so that's basically it. So the enemy mage is over there. The general is facing the wrong way, but also in the maybe he's being motivational to his troopers there.
Where is he? Oh, well, yes, he is being motivational.
Yeah,
Because the sword will wacky someone.
That's
Pointing
right.
the sword.
Yeah. You're trained.
We shall feast upon dwarf flesh tonight.
See those dwarfs there with the handguns? They fight with hand weapon and shield. So you're going to do the same thing because you're elves and you'll do that really well. And then the standard bearer is over here. So I can only imagine that's to try and keep the monsters in the fight against things like rake bonuses.
As long as you're out of the forest, I will.
Yeah, as long as I'm out of the forest, exactly. Alright, well on that note,
let us be away.
yeah, so we'll roll the dice for first turn. I get a +1. And then you roll a 3. Come on, you can do it. You can. Yeah, 5. Thank
6.
fuck, I get first turn. Alright. Well, we'll check in at the end of Dwarf turn 1. End of Dwarf turn 1. We held the handgun line where it is. I advanced these infantry so they can either pan to the right to support the handgunners later, or head up this side of the barn, because we've got those heavy cav over there to worry about at some point. You didn't move? Oh, yeah, don't worry. These guys moved up. I decided that I'd use them as my main defense against that lot while we figure out what's happening on the right hand, because these iron breakers will last quite well with the Thane against that block of infantry. We advanced these guys pretty much out of the forest. These guys came around the forest. I'll move the rest up in a minute because it's all slippery on the hill. This lot here are still in the forest. Nobody's going to jeopardize their position anytime soon, so I'm not worried about getting charged yet, unless they charge, which would be hilarious as they go and flap themselves into the trees. In the shooting, the handgunners popped 2 off of that unit there. That was nice, and they fell back in good order, so they weren't shot up too badly. But because we moved them immediately on being shot, that took them out of line of sight of the organ gun, which I think is the way it's done now, so Sean tells me. So I had to shoot the organ gun at these guys instead, and I only caught 1.
If you are above 50% and you take fail panic check, you only.
Oh yeah, but it used to be you'd fuck off at the end of the phase. Now it's immediate. I'm getting shot.
So yeah.
Apparently, if it's wrong, we'll sort it out later.
No, it's right. I forgot about it. It doesn't
then this cannon here fired and landed exactly on one of the bolt throwers and pasted it, and then this cannon did the same trick on that bolt thrower, but only took 1 wound off, which is probably more fair because that was very lucky of me to collect both of them. And that's it. That's the turn 1. Oh, and I moved this chopper out of the way because there's nothing that's going to jump on my cannons this turn. I don't want it to be picked off with ack fire from the bolt throwers.
Oh.
And it's quite possible that he'll send this riffraff around behind my lines, and I want something to annoy them with if they do that.
Excellent. I'm glad you know what you're doing.
On that note, over to the Dark Elves, turn 1. End of turn 1 for the Dark Elves, and they're being cunning because, well, I'd say it's because they're Dark Elves, but it's mostly because Sean's the general.
Oh.
These little whippersnappers have come out of here. They got great weapons again.
Of course.
Yes. Okay.
And they can shoot. I think they can shoot. Did I shoot you?
I don't know. It depends if you gave them that roll. This lot here came running down the far table edge to make it very hard for me to get shots with them. I can probably get shots with a couple, but it's not really worth it. The other ones, though, couldn't find a good position, so they ran away over here, where they'd be rather hard to get. So I'll have to attend to that issue. Let's see what else. The goblins. You didn't roll for stupidity.
I did.
Oh,
I did.
I didn't see it.
I did.
Right,
I said stupid. Remember?
Announce your presence. I want to know that you're a thickie.
I told you. You were.
Well, you told me.
See, 2 beers in, and you can't remember yesterday.
Oh, don't you gaslight me. I need way more alcohol for that to work. This lot walked through the forest slowly so they wouldn't destroy themselves. And the Hydra's caught up, so they're starting to form a line. And these guys moved up 5 inches to shoot. Actually got a couple of wounds on these chaps, but I saved them. And the surviving bolt thrower popped around over here, or bolt over here, and missed.
Yeah. You've got the kill seriously.
Oh, I haven't forgotten. this lot fucked off, which is rather surprising. I thought they were going to be more constructive than that.
It's a 6-turn game.
Oh, all right, your patience. Then this happened.
Yes, guys.
So he did his usual thing where he puts them in columns so they can move 3 times. Then he gives them Steed of Shadows. If you want to see this done in a really spectacular and hilarious way, watch the 8,000 point game that we did.
Oh, that was... And the TMPing before it was illegal to do what they did. Yeah.
Was it?
TMP, they've stopped. You could, as long as you were touching the 12-inch boundary, but now you have to be wholly within the 12 inches of where you are, of all your troops. So they've changed that since that 8,000.
There's subtleties there that lost me, but
it was very it was broken.
But either way, these guys moved 36 inches in column, flying. Leaving all these dwarf gunners here going, I can barely see the tucker. Oh.
Yeah, you're going to get a couple rounds of shooting, but that's what they're there for.
Yeah. So nobody told the Corsairs that they are today's bullet magnet. Their sole purpose is to make us expend their ammunition on something you don't care about. And I'd rather have to, because even though they're facing this way at the moment,
they get to turn and face.
They'll turn and face in turn 2. And then if I haven't got rid of them, they'll fucking jump on me in turn 3. So that's quite the disruptor, I have to say.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I'm going to enjoy the shit out of killing them, but I tell you what, it sort of forces a dynamic on the game.
It does. You want to. Yeah.
I mean, that's what, a 200 point unit?
Oh, who cares? They're expensive. Maybe 170. They're 11 points each, aren't they? They're expensive. All your troops are...
Yeah. So
all
they're
your
11,
troops,
they're 11 points each, they're about
282 points.
Wow.
Oh, they got handbows.
Ah.
So I can turn around, I can shoot you next turn. Yes.
Well, that'd be useful.
Yeah, maybe.
At any rate, that happened. There wasn't any other magic or shooting, really. So that's it. Over to Dwarfs, turn 2.
Yes.
Okay, end of turn 2 for the Dwarves. So I've moved up this flank. It's coming along more or less right. I wheeled these guys around, I've moved these guys forward. They're quite possibly going to take a charge in the face, and they'll have first charge, which is a bit shit. These guys have moved up, but there's not enough space between these 2 units for that unit to punch through and get this unit. Although they're not... Yeah, they're still nearly 50% in the forest, so they probably have a hard time of it. We're probably far enough away that the Hydras can't get to my lines just yet. Now we moved up over here, and I wheeled these chaps. Actually, I reformed on the spot, just in case we need to have them in the melee, in case blasting them didn't work well enough. Over here I reformed and shot, rather inaccurately because they're cumbersome. But I did shoot, and polished off 2 of them actually. One of those was from the champion with his pistols. This guy shot with his pistol, but he didn't kill anything. Now the gun line lit up, but I rolled double misfire on the organ gun to start with. The engineer stopped it from blowing up, but it did reduce the accuracy of shot somewhat. And then I only rolled up 6 between the 2 cannons for the canister. This thing did get a decent number under the template, but didn't kill much. Killed 1. So it was a pretty lackluster round of blasting these guys, unfortunately.
And then we failed our panic check, fell back in good order and reformed so we can charge you now.
Yeah, so that's a bit shit. If I'd...
My cunning plan has worked.
Yeah. I mean, if they'd passed their morale, they'd be sitting there like dumb fucks again. But look, as it is, I'm not too worried about that. I'll just polish them off. I mean, they're worth probably
200, nearly 300 points.
Yeah, so nearly as much as the actual cannons that they're there to kill. So I'll worry about all that in a minute. In the meantime, there's not much else to say, really. We're just getting ready for the rest of the mayhem.
Okay.
We're slowly whittling away at your harassment units. I think I'll shut up there and we'll get on with Dark Elf turn 2. End of Dark Elf turn 2, and it's getting quite interesting. I've got this massive left flank here, which is moving so fucking slowly. It's reminding me of one of the challenges you have with dwarfs in the old world as compared to the previous editions, where you could charge at a right old clip. Basically, Sean's doing his damnedest to avoid the fight, which is a very elfy thing to do when you're fighting dwarves, I suppose. So he's moved around the main line so that he can't get charged. It's just outside of the charge arc. He's worked that out. I don't think I'd get anywhere near that thing.
Make sure you're outside 9 inches.
Yeah, okay. So these guys have moved up. He tried Steed of Shadows in this lot, and I actually managed to stop it with a bog standard Dispel. I'm curious as to where he was going to put them. He might have moved them up 12 in order to get them within close range for shooting, or he might have gone and done something crazy like deploy them in here, I don't know. And he won't tell me. This lot came galloping around the flank, getting into position to wall up the line here, as you do. These guys came running around the side of the shooters. And there's a couple less shooters because these sneaky gits popped out, let off a few shots with their repeat crossbows, and actually managed to kill a couple, which are my only casualties so far. Now this lot charged into my cannon, failed to kill anything. These half-naked bastards killed one in return, then lost because of all the other combat res bonuses. Rolled a fucking 10. It's becoming a habit against these Dark Elves. And then I remembered they have stubborn, and after a certain amount of chastising and Sean giving me crap for not knowing the rules, allowed me to use it anyway.
Yeah.
On that,
I'll make you suffer.
These guys are maneuvered around and make themselves useful later, but you can see the battle line is forming up in the guts here, doing its damnedest to avoid my line here.
Well, what I'm trying to do is split your army up.
Yeah. What you're doing, these guys, the likelihood of these guys getting in a fight is very low.
But that's you keep having this tendency to put your stuff on extreme flanks and not concentrating.
Well, it used to work. It used to work in 8th edition. Well, then again, I didn't always win that many games in 8th edition. So
you can put now drilled with March column. You can actually move them quite fast. The dwarves.
Yeah, I should probably start doing that because they're too fucking slow.
Because they actually move faster than. And if you put a cart, the 4-inch moving cart.
Yeah.
They start moving 12 inches, and it might be. Anyway, it's a thing.
All that's true. On the other hand, that's the difference in casualties so far. These two guys against all of them. We'll see if I can kill enough shit to make it worthwhile. Anyway, enough waffle. On to Dwarf turn 3. Alright, so that was a peculiarly frustrating turn. Turn 3 for the Dwarfs. Alright, over here, we manoeuvred these guys to be on the flank of these guys. I think I'm going to be chasing them all fucking day. These guys moved around 6 inches. These guys are out of the forest, which is what I needed. They're actually where I want them to be, weirdly. But trying to catch this army is a nightmare. And Sean's pointing out to me that I don't deploy the dwarves very well, and I'm starting to agree. Where I deployed them would probably be fine if I had given them... what's that fucking rule that we can march and reform their charge? Drilled, yeah. So I never bothered to do that.
It's extra point. You get less.
Yeah, it is points.
It swings around.
But you know what? It would have been very useful this game.
Yeah.
Because I
thought you put the artillery in the forest and the troops along the plains there.
Well, I did think about it. I had an idea, and sometimes when you work out how the army's supposed to work, then you ignore the enemy and you set your army up to work the way you want to see if it works.
See how many beers you drunk.
And then see how many beers you drunk, and then discover that actually it's not going to fucking work because you didn't give your troops drilled. Now, these guys who didn't move, we reformed these guys, shot at these guys, and bumped off one. The cannon fired canister, hit 4 times, and rolled a fuckload of 1s and 2s. That guy just got a face full of nails and odd bits, and he's just fine. And he was just outside of 12 inches of the pistols, which of course blocked line of sight for the other cannon to fucking have a shot at him. So that was a bit of a shit show. Now these guys, the Iron Breakers and the Chopper, both charged the Corsairs, killed quite a few of them, mostly thanks to my general. I did 0 fucking damage with the impact hits from the Chopper. and I did lose 2 crew. Now, so they lost by quite a lot, but they didn't break. Yeah, they needed 3
They
to
leadership
stick
8, so they lost about 5.
Yeah, they rolled 4. They needed 3 to.
You didn't outnumber them 2-1, so it doesn't matter.
No, but so anyway, they did fall back. We chased them with the chopper. Now we have this situation of this galloping kerfuffle. Maybe having a target, maybe not. But I reformed these guys rather than pursuing these troops, so that we can face that lot. And we'll see how that goes because we're outside of charge range of the Hydra. So I don't know. Some things worked, some things didn't. It wasn't a complete shit turn. I still have my guns, which is a small miracle at this stage. So we'll go into Dark Elf turn 3. End of Dark Elf turn 3. They're still being cunning. Fortunately, these ones are also stupid.
Yes, unfortunately. That doesn't help my battle plans at all.
The first thing that happened is that Sean declared a charge from this thing at the organ gun, which only had 1 guy left in it. And he made the charge and just galloped on in, which he wouldn't have done if there's more than 1 guy left, and polished off the last dude on the charge. Followed through into the baggage train, so we're going to have to look up the rules and see if I can shoot the cunt while he's in contact with the baggage train. If I can't, I've got a problem with the baggage train. If I can, it'll be hilarious. Now, these guys wanted to charge, but they failed their stupidity test, and because Sean's not familiar with his army, he hadn't put the banner on that gives you the 3 dice to do it on.
No, I know the banner existed, but I wasn't going to waste points on it. It's tight enough.
You say that, but you're right next to a unit that can eat them alive.
Well, c'est la vie, pussycat.
So these things came marching up, and he didn't charge with these guys because they would have gone in unsupported against this unit of 25 guys with a Thane. That would have been bad for them. These chops moved up, shot an awful lot, and rolled a fuckload of 1s to wound. That bolt thrower rolled a 1 to hit for the 3rd turn in a row.
Don't take bolt throwers.
This is the sort of thing I'm used to my cannons doing.
You killed 1, he might have done something, and the other one just like you killed 1.
That's right.
And then there's only 1 guy manning it. That's why it's.
That's right.
Shoot. Oh.
And this guy here finally remembered how to crash his helicopter into people, and bumped off through with the impact hits. Then did nothing for his actual melee, but fortunately they did nothing back to him.
And
so
then he tried to not to follow up, and he
that's right. Because I thought it'd be a great idea to charge into these
twice.
Yeah, twice now he's decided to go screaming after some foot infantry, going, "What the fuck is that guy doing? He's a helicopter." Well, it would have been smarter to go after this git.
Perfectly fine.
Anyway, on the plus side, and some cav moved up over here. So Sean's being properly careful. He fired a whole fuckload of guys from here, plus the mage, and they blew away 4 dwarves in total between them. The mage rolled double 6 to cast. Then rolled up like 9 hits at strength 4. Killed like 3. Then
killed
I think
4 altogether.
4, and the crossbows did nothing. Right, yeah.
I can't remember. No, the crossbows killed 3 and the mage killed 1.
Oh, is that what happened?
Something like that. I don't know.
Anyway,
4 died.
That entire fucking unit, with all the shit in it, bumped off 4. So I can't complain, and I'm in an excellent position to charge, so that's going to happen. I'm just trying to make my mind up as to whether to charge with great weapons or whether to charge with hand weapon and shield, because their chances of killing anything back are pretty much nil that way. I'll worry about that in a moment, because now it is time for Dwarf's turn 4. End of Dwarf turn 4, and another crazy turn. Well, okay, we charged them into that, and we killed the handlers. We lost 2 in return, but we pushed it back because we had combat res. But then, of course, he reformed, so I'm likely to get charged in the in the face, fortunately, by these assholes next turn. I did shuffle these guys slightly, fired a pistol at them, which is hilarious, and did nothing. We fired this lot at them and did about as useful a load of nothing as what they did to us the last turn. Actually, some good news. We fired 2 cannon at the other Hydra, and blasted the prick right out of existence.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good dice rolls, actually.
Yeah, no, a lot of sixes were involved in those dice. Yes, very good.
Yeah, I got 3 wins both times. We charged. Well, the chopper had followed up last turn. It bumped off 1, I think, and then they
2.
did
But you lost a
2.
wound.
Yeah, but I lost a wound, so I effectively lost that combat and got pushed back a little bit. The other combat, well, we charged these stupidos, and then Sean announced that he was going to issue a challenge if I didn't. So I thought, well, I'll chuck my champion in against the standard bearer. The standard bearer did nothing. The champion did nothing. We run purely on combat res. Sean rolled double six.
Double six.
And then he did the re-roll and rolled double 6.
I needed. Well, it's kind of worked out okay.
Then they rolled fuck all. They only ran 7, but we only ran 5 to chase them. Well, we rolled 6, but they're dwarfs. So that was hilarious. So
You could have caught me, actually. But at least you, yes. I was lucky you didn't catch me because I rolled so low. With Swiss Stride as well.
Although truth be told,
6.
once you rolled 7, the odds of me actually catching you were very little.
They're in a good spot because if they rally, they can move.
Because the average roll for a dwarf to pursue is actually 6 inches, whereas for most people it's 7. Notwithstanding, Swiss Stride, which did contributed about 1 inch to their flea move.
It ran, well, yeah, 1 or 2.
So we did move these guys up. That might prove relevant shortly because the Dark Elf lines are in an interesting condition. What else? Oh, that's right. This guy here whipped out his gack and double tapped the pesky champion Dark Rider that had polished off his organ gun. And that's about it. Wow, interesting. These guys are disappointing everybody at the moment. Their stupidity roll at the wrong time has totally fucked up the battle line, and then losing that thing, and then run. They should have stuck around statistically. Put it that way. Over here, though, I charged that thing because I didn't want to face a situation where this unit gets double charged by the cold ones and this guy. But this may present a situation where this unit gets totally fucked instead. But they are a minor support unit. That's kind of what they're there for. They can't get charged by that, which is important because that's got a lot of crap in the way. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, over to Dark Elves turn 4. End of Dark Elf turn 4, and I have to say, this is one of the more frustrating games for Sean that I've ever seen. This lot, who had previously been bumped back by this lot, decided to manoeuvre forward here in front of this cannon. It's very unlikely I'll stop them all. This lot got in the way so that I couldn't charge them headlong into them. And these guys reformed and shot and actually killed a few. No, they killed nothing. It was the bolt thrower there that went and peppered off a few of them.
I think I killed one with something.
You killed one with magic.
Yeah.
Which I couldn't stop. Actually, I had to blow a dispel rune to stop.
How many do you have?
Just the one.
Just the one, okay. Well, that's
in order to stop them from doing something vastly more cunning. In the fight, I did lose a couple of guys, actually, against the Hydra, but I won on the Musician. So the Hydra got pushed back, but I decided not to pursue. I'm going to see if I can squeeze these guys through on a charge. Funny that, these guys will charge, but worry about that in a minute. These guys run up the flank again and bumped off one of my shooters. This fight, I lost the Musician, nobody killed anybody. It's this kind of hilarious incompetence of melee going on over here. Anything else of interest happen?
I'm trying to think. I rolled a lot of saves.
These guys galloped between the stables. We had some crazy dice go both ways.
No, you had a lot of saves.
Look, I can't complain about my dice.
No,
basically,
you
Sean's
can't.
having the sort of luck with things that I usually complain about.
No, I'm not complaining. You just
But overall,
rolled
the
really
dice
well.
are in my favour.
It's been fine. I mean, I've failed. I mean, double six does happens.
I mean,
It's just not very common.
yeah, I know. I've had an entire dwarf battle line all run away due to
'Cause they're
cascading
giant.
panic.
Giant red.
No, it was the High Elves actually. They panicked one unit, and every other unit, because they ran away, the next unit panicked around, the next unit panicked around, because that was the way it worked back then.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that. I think we must be up to turn 5 for the Dwarfs. We'll check in after that. In a game that continues to throw up strange dice rolls, end of Dwarf turn 5, I think it was. Oh my lord. Alright. So these guys continue to bash into each other, and I knocked off 2. But of course they just fall back 2 inches.
Yes.
I have no idea if I'm going to polish off that unit by the end of the game. We fired double canister and some pistols and did nothing except bugger up this cannon on a misfire. And then when we did the reroll, I got another misfire. It's just good fortune it didn't explode at that point.
You've done that twice, so you've had to be a little bit better.
That's right. These guys shot and did nothing. We charged these 2 units at that Hydra, who decided to fuck off and bounce through this unit. In the fuck off, they passed their panic. We moved up. We may get sandwiched between them and these guys in the flank. Not too worried about that. I say that now, it can all go horribly wrong yet. The funny thing is, this unit charged into the Harpies who scarpered, and centre to centre they fucked off that way.
Just got in, rolled an 8.
Yeah, then I redirected into that unit there.
Hoping you get away with it. But
belted them.
You one by one.
Yeah, I mean, they actually killed more than I killed. Technically, you probably should have killed the same amount. It should have been a dead tie. Statistically, I think that's probably what would have happened.
You've got saves of the 3 up, so it's hard. Even if I do the wound. And the other thing is, I didn't do any wounds. You didn't even have to roll for your armor.
True. Yeah. Your halberd wielding general bumped off my champion with an extra wound. And my rank and file did nothing. My boss dog here bumped off a couple. And so it was close. But then they rolled ridiculously on leadership, and then they rolled 10 to fuck off. I rolled 4, which turns into 3. So now I have this weird conga line of dwarfs all chasing after something to stand and fight.
Yes, well...
It was a weird turn, because what I wanted to happen was that unit would then charge in the following turn, and we'd have a good old biff in the middle there. So I got my standard bearer here and my general there, so the odds of running away were not great.
You get +1 too, don't you, for that standard? Is that the one?
Oh yeah, I get an extra +1.
So you would have got 1 by 2.
Yeah, so... Anyway, I had pretty good odds of winning, but I didn't expect them to bugger off, and I didn't expect them to chuff off all the way over there. That said, that's what happened.
And then the bolt thrower rolled a 10 and ran off the table too.
That's right.
It's not that it's been doing anything.
That prick that's managed to roll a 1 to hit the 3 times out of 4. 160
points of waste of time.
Well, one of them died. I mean, that you can't do much about that. But the other one shot once and killed like a couple of dwarfs.
Killed 3 guys in one round.
And then they decided their work was done and they fucked off to the pub.
Well, one of them, because he'd done a wound on him.
Oh, that's right. There's only 1 guy left.
Yeah, because he didn't kill it quite enough.
Well, he'll be the hero of the day. On that note, I think we better shut up and get in a dwarf, get in a dark elf. Dark elf turn 5.
Stupid.
End of Dark Elf turn 5, and isn't it a fucking strange game? So he used magic to Steed of Shadows to fly these fuckers all the way over here and avoid my line entirely, which is quite a reasonable thing to do. He charged those knights into a cannon, bumped it off, and then they followed up into the engineer. Yeah, that's not great. This git here decided that after these guys failed to kill each other again for a turn, he'd just run away. For no apparent reason. I guess that black flag was very, very scary, and he fucked off. He was doing so well.
He was.
Let's see. Those fluffy bastards moved there to make a nuisance on themselves next turn. These guys shot and did nothing. Then the Dark Riders and the Cold Ones charged this unit. Did a couple of kills. not much. We bumped off in return a grand total of 1 Dark Rider. That was the lowest casualty fight I've seen in quite a long time. What else?
The Hydra then panicked
that's
and
right.
ran away.
Yeah, these guys broke and ran.
Well, they fell back in good order.
Okay, they fell back in good order. And they weren't quite outnumbered 2 to 1 because of the, was it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10?
Because we had the Dark Rider. So it's
14. Yeah.
And you had
unit
21.
strength of 14. So they fell back and bounced over the top of the Hydra, and the Hydra decided, what the fuck, that's scary, and decided to run away. So the Hydra's fleeing now. Without his handlers, so his leadership's crap. Oh my god, and that's... I may even get a charge in with these guys next turn.
It's all come down to one stupidity test
It's
at the wrong time.
Look, no, 2 things. That dislodged your entire game, and your dice have just been fucking batshit crazy all over the place.
Yeah, I've been rolling double 6s for panic.
Normally I bitch and moan about dice. Today I shall bitch and moan about your dice.
No, your dice. I'm bitching and moaning about your dice. Really good. It's you've been doing well.
I mean, I can't complain about mine, but yours has just been fucking horrendous. Apart from this guy fucking off at an inconvenient moment, what's with
he's
that?
going to rally and then he can move and shoot.
Oh,
Actually, it's
better.
not a bad thing.
Better, because that was most embarrassing.
It's fine. It's really hard to kill toughness 5 with strength 3, guys.
Yeah, that's right. It's ridiculous, especially when they're designed for shooting that unit, not for melee. Alright, on that note, did anything else of note happen?
No, nothing happened.
Alright, well,
your turn.
on that note, yeah, we're going to go turn 6 and I shall be sleep deprived as fuck tomorrow. But it's worth it. This is a weird game and I want to actually beat Sean.
Weird.
Right, Dwarf turn 6 and another fucking ridiculous turn. Let's get the normal things out the way first. We manoeuvred these guys to get out of the charge range of these guys because that's not a great place to be. I thought about charging him for shits and giggles, but that's a bad idea and I'll explain why in a moment. This guy manoeuvred, he rallied, he manoeuvred around the side of the last 3 of the Corsairs, blasted them, polished off 2. This prick ran, but he's still here, so he might turn around and come back after all the standard bearers there. Oh, these guys polished off the engineer quickly, unfortunately, and then followed up into the cannon. So that's my gun line gone. It's also this thing.
He's got to rally, otherwise he's going to run off the board.
Yeah.
I'll give you the full points for the unit, finally.
Well, there's that, but also you might get my baggage train, which is hilarious because...
No, I won't get your baggage train.
We'll see.
Because I have to spend a turn destroying it.
That's true, there is that too. We tried to charge these into the cold ones. They didn't make it, they rolled shit, so we just moved these guys up. These guys didn't even get close enough to affect anything with the army standard buff. This unit charged the cold ones. We had a pretty good fight. We only killed one, they killed nothing in return. All I can say is that Sean's dice have decided to go and get shit-faced tonight. And the only thing that saved him from that fucking... the Hydra dying.
You rolled double ones.
Is I rolled double 1 on my pursuit, so I didn't get to the damn thing.
You moved 1 each.
Yep.
Jesus.
It's woeful. And of course, I did the maths and realised if I shot at these guys, the odds were I get maybe 1 or 2, and then they'd shoot back, and then I get charged in the duff by these guys. So I thought, that's crap, I'll charge them. So after killing sweet Fanny Adams turn after turn, he wasted something like 4 or 5 dwarfs with these guys standing and shooting.
I kill 5 on a stand and shoot. So the space dice rolls at the whole night for me.
And then and then when the last 2 guys got into combat, we killed 1, fine. But then there's so many of the rest of them left that they polished off the rest of my dwarves.
I give them great weapons for that reason because they're actually
if my 5 other guys that had been killed had still been there.
You would have won combat probably.
I would have killed off another couple because they got no armor and they're only tough as 3. So I would have 1 or 2 hitting me back at most. So that was fucking bad. My unit basically just got impaled in the stand and shoot. That was really spectacular bit of fucking rubber band effect for probably about 130 points worth of dwarf.
10 is 120 with shields, 130, 120, 130.
130, yeah. So that was
standard. Yeah, 130 something.
So that was offensive. What else? Well, no one else is doing anything.
I've just picked off your weakest.
Nobody else had to do like a panic test for those guys running away.
No, just me.
Well, the Hydra was already running. Does it have to do another tank test?
Yeah, it does. I've got it. No, it's running. It's already running.
Okay. I thought maybe it'd make it run again. I hope Springs Eternal, because what usually happens is they fucking rally just before the line there and I get fuck all points.
This is what we're going to do.
Alright, so anyway, we'll go into Dark Elf turn 6 and we'll see what happens. Alright, end of Dark Elf turn 6 and its game. They polished off the last cannon, unsurprisingly. The last Corsair decided it had enough and fucked off the table. So I actually get points for that unit after the entire game of fighting them. Over here, unsurprisingly, the Cold Ones rallied. Also, unsurprisingly, the Hydra, who no longer has his whip-bearing crew to keep him in line, fucked off because their leadership goes down to 6 when they don't have crew. These guys turned around and blasted some stuff up the duff of these fellas. Oh, and the wizard did a miscast when she went to shoot him with the conjuration and sprained her ankle or something, whatever it is they do when they get a 4+ wound. And that's pretty much it. So, I'm pretty sure I'm ahead on points.
No.
Which is not common.
So, 938 points. So, it's a decent win for you.
Yeah.
I think because all your points are... Yeah, that stupid test. Really? Wow. That... Oh.
You had me chasing you all over the place laughing. I thought
because had I got the charge off, your...
Well, who are you going to charge? These fellas?
Yeah, and if I didn't roll crap, it was...
It would have been an interesting fight.
We wouldn't know what I can't promise you I would have won combat, but
yeah,
I would have not been charged in the flank.
I would have stuck around for a while.
The thing is, what happened is...
And the only question is whether I could have got something in your back before they broke.
Yeah, what happened is it opened up the path so your cannons could kill the Hydra because
That's
I
true.
wasn't blocking your line of sight, which would have happened with that. So yeah, stupid tests pretty much turned the game.
Look, a lot of crazy things happened.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I mean, my strategy actually kind of worked weirdly, aside from the fact you still got through and got my cannons, which was very frustrating. The broad pincer move worked. It was just too damn slow on the left flank to stop you from getting up the guts with some fast stuff.
It's with dwarfs. If you go and get drilled, problem is if you get the card and make your troops drilled, it costs up to 100, 200 points, and that's a whole fucking unit.
Yeah, I've got to have a think about it because
there is a way of. So Alexander the Great had the same problem against the nomads when he got into, I believe, after he kicked the Persians around. He got into the Afghans
all that area
around there, and what he did is he just formed a line across the entire board and marched forward. So you can do that.
I mean, I didn't help myself with the terrain because I put trees. I made the table look good, and then I realised, that's just going to totally fuck up my deployment. But it's more designing a table to work for the army you've chosen for the night is too fucking cheesy. So I just made a nice table.
The table's nice. You could have made it work. You just put the artillery train in the forest with some handgunners.
Yeah, maybe if I shifted everything over a little bit.
And then you put your infantry in a line across, as far as you can, in units, and you have a solid block.
What would have been smarter was putting my artillery in the middle in the trees, having the one unit of infantry over here to hold the flank.
Yep. And then 3 units.
And a chopper in there, chopper and the handguns there, and then having the other units coming up here. I was worried about getting flanked around the building, so that's why I didn't do it. But in hindsight, that was a bit of a non-event. That might not have been an issue.
Your handgunners were quite good, held off, and the cannon support.
Yes, until these guys suddenly decided they had both Uzis and sniper rifles.
Well, yeah. No, you're a bit unlucky there, actually.
But I can't complain overall because you've been unlucky so many times tonight.
Fine tonight. That was good game. I liked it.
We both did cagey things to avoid the other guy having free reign.
I think so.
And
I can't think of anything else.
Your army is so fucking fast. It's been a bit of a lesson in how to use Dark Elves because of the speed of this army.
You reckon? Okay.
Well, I mean, not in terms of the outcome, obviously, but the speed at which the army moves and outmaneuver the dwarves. That was because I'm so used to the dwarves having such a long charge range that I still underestimate just how fucking stumpy they are on the back to the every other edition's rules.
Yeah. This is why 1 or 2 gyrocopters I think is not mandatory, but it's I would sort of push you to go for that.
I like taking 1 gyro, but I don't know. I have this thing about not buying more stuff for an existing army because I'm too busy accruing new armies.
Yes, you have.
Including the...
Let's show them what you got up there.
Yeah, I've shown this before, but that's the next project. I'll probably start it in January or over Christmas. I gotta finish off the Chaos Warriors, and I've bought some new stuff for them. I'll show you later on.
You know what would actually make your army a little bit better?
For the dwarves?
Is, some Dark Elf regular spearmen.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, see, this Dark Elf army dates back to 8th edition when Corsairs worked differently, and they were a perfectly viable alternative to Spearmen. And I wanted it as a raiding force, but now Corsairs are nerfed.
Because I think you got +1 armor with the Sea Dragon.
Yeah, so you've been running around with 2 attacks and 5+ armor, so that was pretty good. No, it was good enough anyway. You stick a character in there, and that would do okay. But, you know, I think the way to do Corsairs now is to do them in small units and run through cover.
No, just throw them forward and let them die horribly.
Oh, well, that happens to all of them eventually.
That's what.
The only people who really win at the end of a game Warhammer are the local necromancers.
Local necromancers.
Fuck it. On that note, I was going to say, what have we learned? I think that's probably covered it.
I think so. Yeah, look, that was a good game. Thoroughly enjoyed that. It was very frustrating.
Yeah, it was.
But that's fine.
I would be having a hissy fit if those were my dice. That's bad, even by my standards.
It's double 6. That's what happens.
It's a game of silliness and beer.
It's a very silly game, anyway.
All right. On that note, I think it's very, very late. I've got to get to work tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Feel free to hit like, subscribe, tell your friends, help the algorithm. We're actually getting up to a pretty decent number of subscribers, which is nice. Thank you very much. And on that note, time to call it a night.